Now, the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly has launched an investigation into the ownership of companies established during the administration of former Governor Udom Emmanuel, following the collapse of several high-profile projects. Key among these is the St. Gabriel Coconut Oil Refinery in Enang, which has been shut for months, leaving workers owed 7 months' salaries. Other ventures in Emmanuel's Iman hometown include a flour mill, a syringe plant, a plywood factory, and production facilities have also folded. The probe, initiated after petitions from aggrieved landowners and workers, follows a motion by Honorable Uwe Peter Imo-Ita of Impact Enang constituency. The investigation will determine if the refinery and related projects belong to the state or private entities. A joint panel from the House Committees on Agriculture and Labour will also engage with affected workers, the Ministry of Agriculture, and other stakeholders. Is the probe of the former Akwa Ibom State Governor Udom Emmanuel launched shortly after his successor, Governor Umo Eno's defection to ABC, a genuine pursuit of accountability or a case of political witch hunting? Former Senior Special Assistant to the President on Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Enang, joins us to discuss the political motives behind these developments. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsday this afternoon. Now, beginning with the crux of the conversation, what are your thoughts on this probe? Do you think it is politically motivated, such in cases where you would see cherry picking amongst political appointees as to what case to handle and what case to ignore? Or do you think that there is genuine need for accountability and that is what is intended to be pursued in this case?
Thank you very much. I speak as the trustee of the legislature in Nigeria. And I want to say that the news is incorrect. The reportage and what is circulating on the media is incorrect. I got interested in this matter because I believe that I am convinced that the Akwa Ibom State government, as at today constituted, particularly the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, having been almost handpicked by the Udom Gabriel Emmanuel, will not and could not have the courage to probe anything about the governor, the former governor, my brother, Governor Udom Emmanuel, as he then was. And I had to request and spoke with many authorities, and I requested and obtained I requested for the votes and proceedings of the House, but I was availed the order paper of Thursday last week, 7th of August, 2025. And I got to item number 8 on the order paper, which is the motion on this matter. And I have it here, the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Federal Republic of Nigeria, order paper of August 7, 2025. And the resolution on is that, not the resolution, the motion says, urgent need for the Akwa Ibom State government to pay the 7 months salary arrears of workers at St. Gabriel Coconut Plantation and Oil Refinery in Parenin, Ikorabasi, local government area. And this is what was investigated. This is what was on the order paper. And from all...
You're still watching Newsday, and we are still joined from our Abuja studios by the former Senior Special Assistant to the President of Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Enang, to discuss the political motives behind developments. Now, Senator, just before we took that short break, I just asked you to briefly explain what your thoughts are on this, why the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly chose this particular time to probe into Udom Emmanuel, that's the former governor's administration, what he did, and how a lot of these projects eventually folded. Lots of people saying that this possibly could be politically motivated, especially because this is happening shortly after the current governor, Umo Eno's defection to the APC.
Well, I want to say that the reportage is incorrect, is wrong, and it's not the true situation of things. And I had said at the beginning of here that I am a trustee of the legislature in Nigeria, and I'm a former member of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, and I always like following what they do. And I know as a fact that Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, as at today constituted, does not have the courage to stand up and probe anything about Udom Emmanuel's administration because they were definitely unpicked by the immediate past governor as members of that house. And so I sought for and obtained from the clerical system of the House of Assembly the order paper of 7th of August, that is Thursday last week, to confirm the situation. I also asked for the votes and proceedings, but it's like that House of Assembly does not prepare votes and proceedings because it is the votes and proceedings that would have shown the resolution whether there is any such probe. So there is no such probe going on. And the order paper I obtained is here. I brought it. I thought we were going to be live together with the presenter. But here is it. I'm going to leave it on the desk of Arise Television. And it is item number 8 on the order paper, which I have marked here, the item number 8. The item number 8 says, urgent need for the Akwa Ibom State government to pay the 7-month salary arrears of workers at St. Gabriel Coconut Plantation and Oil Refinery, Nkparenin, Ikora as a local government, and Eastern Obolo, sponsored by Honorable Wem Peter Imoita, the member representing Nkparenin. So that is what is happening, and it is not a probe of the entire government. It is not a probe of even the ownership of the refinery, the St. Gabriel Coconut Refinery and Coconut Plantation. But I want to urge that the committee, and of course I have also I read a statement issued by the Honorable Deputy Speaker of the House, Edidemi Koridem, Right Honorable Edidemi Koridem, Kufrabat Edidemi Koridem, that there is no such probe also. And it has stated about 7 or 6 items which the probe is about. And they've also responded that the resolution is not about any such thing. But I don't have the votes and proceedings, except the order paper. Now, I want to also say that it is necessary, as they are going to find out why the salaries have not been paid. Meanwhile, I am APC, and the state government is APC. I have consulted some institutions of the government because I believe that somehow they have made me to know that there are steps being taken to pay the workers of the aggrieved workers. Now, my concern and our concern of everybody in Akwa Ibom State is, where are these workers going to be paid from? Are they going to be paid from monies from the Federation Account Allocation Committee, which President Tinubu sends to the state government? Or they are going to be paid from what the coconut refinery has done, or what the coconut plantation has done? And are the workers of the flour mill, the toothpick, the syringe factory, the plywood factory, or the car manufacturing plant, Mimshak, or the fertilizer plant in Abak, are they paid from the proceeds of these companies? And are these companies alive? Who owns them? Where are they now? What are they generating to the government of the state? Or is it just moribund? Or was it just film trick on the people of Akwa Ibom? Therefore, I want that and it doesn't need a resolution of the House of Assembly, because you can never have the resolution of Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly to say anything about the previous administration. It's not possible. It's not possible. Even if the state government joins ABGA or ADC, it is not possible that they can investigate the Udom Emmanuel administration because of how they came about. Therefore, I'm urging members of the public to disregard any question of probe. As advisor to the president on National Assembly, I was the eye, together with Senator Udom Emmanuel, for the federal government on what was happening in Akwa Ibom State and the projects and programs. We had occasion, and I went with the vice president, Professor Osibanjo, for the commissioning of the flour mill. We went for the commissioning of the inspection of the plywood, commissioning of the syringe. But I want the press to take interest, the public to take interest, and go to the site where these industries were collected, if it can be located, what you simply found there is the foundation. What is simply found there. So
Senator Enang,
I want this to be interested so that Akwa Ibom State, yes.
Now, you've
Yes,
talked
sir.
repeatedly about almost all the members of the House being handpicked and how you don't think they will have the courage to investigate Udom Emmanuel. I'm wondering what this says about democracy and the rule of law in Akwa Ibom State. Are you saying that the elections that brought them to office were a sham? Is that what you're saying?
Let me not speak about it. It is my party, my government. I have said what I have said, and I'm convinced about it, but let me not repeat it. Let me not go into it further action. We're trying to build, together with the legacy PDP members, and forge into one united APC family in Akwa Ibom State.
But how do you build on illegality if you're, saying that something illegal took place? The foundation is faulty.
It was internal to PDP. It was internal process of the PDP. And you know the characteristics of PDP. They were PDP then, and they did the PDP strategy, not APC. But they have joined us, so they have...
so all their sins are forgiven? Once you join the APC, your sins are forgiven. Is that what you're saying?
I can't say so.
So
I won't go there at all. I won't go there at all.
So what exactly are you trying to say?
I am trying to say that...
Go ahead.
I am saying that Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly is not probing the Udom Emmanuel administration. The Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly is finding out why the salaries of the workers have not been paid of the coconut refinery have not been paid for 7 months. And they are not probing the administration. They are not probing the ownership. They are not probing anything about it.
Okay, so let's stick to their finding out why the salaries have not been paid. Could you give us some more insight into what this investigation looks like at this time? Because if they're investigating what led to the salaries not being paid, wouldn't that in fact also go into the ownership and the leadership of the factories?
I will be glad if they go into it. Because as advisor to the President of the National Assembly, I said we had gone to for the commissioning of it. And there were times that administration of Governor Udom Emmanuel incited the people against the Buhari administration at the federal level. And I had a duty to respond to it. And we found out I had the duty, and I did that duty by going to the Corporate Affairs Commission to obtain the ownership structure of Ibom Air, the flour mill, the syringe factory, the refinery. The refinery didn't even come up as a big issue, then it was a later day matter. Then the plywood. And that matter, the ownership is on the internet now. If you go to the Corporate Affairs Commission, just use your phone, Google each of these companies, you'll see the ownership structure online from the website of the Corporate Affairs Commission. And I obtained certified true copies of it, and I was shocked, and I made it available to the federal government to the Buhari administration. And of course, we went there with let me not go too far on other details. The details are online. And it is not the question of ownership. The question of ownership is a matter that can be obtained from anywhere. But the most important thing is, it is Akwa Ibom. We were told that we asked at the federal level, what are the funds of the state government being used for? We were told that it was being used for all these industries, including the fertilizer factory, including the what they call the car factory in Itam, which is almost opposite my village, my country home, in Itam. Now, we were told that the government was using that. Now, it could be found out. Are the salaries and allowances of all these workers being paid from there? 1. 2, what is the dividend that Akwa Ibom State is deriving from this for the House of Assembly to budget for programs of Akwa Ibom State? 3, were there loans taken to fund some of these factories, some of these projects? Fortunately, His Excellency Governor Omoino has declared publicly that he has done all he has done, a lot of achievements and attainments without taking loan. Now, were all these loans, were loans taken for this project, and are we repaying this loan from what we are having from the flour factory, from the syringe, from the plywood, from the coconut, or are we paying from, is the Governor Omoino repaying all these loans from Federation account allocation? So this should be the question of interest for the public. But right now, the House of Assembly is not investigating the administration of Governor Udom Emmanuel, as he then was.
All right, very well said. Senator Enang, former Senior Special Assistant to the President on Niger Delta Affairs, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.